This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
You had a Lisa Evans moment this morning?
Yeah, I just wonder if anybody else feels this way when you misplace your keys and you go through go into a dark hole where you convince yourself you're never going to find them again.
Yeah, especially when you're late.
Yeah.
Nothing worse.
No, I took the few extra minutes of sleep this morning because I'm not feeling tip-top.
Yeah.
And so I'm scrambling to get out the door at that point to get everything done before we do our show. And
Couldn't find him.
And I actually went through, do I call an Uber?
No way.
Do I call you back? I wouldn't want to deal with that.
I actually had this weird feeling leaving the house that I was like, he needs me for something.
Yeah, you even said, are you all
I was like,
good?
are you okay? Right before I left.
For those that don't know, Lisa and I live together, but we do not drive together. Somehow we've figured out a way that we can reside in the same household, but we do not get along in the same vehicle.
Not in the morning.
Even though we're heading to the same place at the same time.
We tried it for a bit, and the vibes were so bad that it would ruin our show.
It was affecting the show.
And it had nothing to do with us disliking each other, but it was more so it's too early, judging the other person's driving skills, and then just anger towards each other.
It was mainly you forcing me to drive.
Yeah.
And then
telling you you're bad at it.
Every decision I made was the wrong one.
Yeah, well, come on. You don't have to fully stop at stop signs. It's 4 a.m.
You do.
All right.
Anyway, they were in my jacket that I wore yesterday.
That is so accurate.
Yeah.
You're such a dude. You got dude eyes. You've got dude eyes.
What is go ahead?
When something is right in front of you, but you can't see it. There was one day that you're like, where's the ketchup? And I came around the corner and it was at the very front of the fridge, directly in front of your freaking eyes.
Nobody puts the ketchup in the front of the fridge.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's the problem.
Move your pupils half an inch,
Doesn't matter.
bro.
You look in the door and then you look at the back of the fridge. That's what happened there. That's not dude eyes.
You scan the entire fridge for the big thing of Heinz ketchup.
It was also one of those squirt top bottles. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the long
Oh my gosh,
neck
you're looking
bottle.
for a specific bottle?
That's what was in my mind. I don't know who.
Holy crap.
I don't know who decided to go new school and buy that stupid ketchup.
Once I started getting into the organic ketchup, that's when it was a real problem. God, I had to travel across the house to help you find it. Moron.
A woman in New York is suing a restaurant for finding a severed finger in her food.
No, that's a lie. Remember when that happened at Wendy's? There was a finger in someone's chili and it turned out to not be real.
Yeah,
it's just sausage.
No, the person actually brought the severed finger in with them, put it in the chili in an attempt to sue, I think is how that story shook down.
Oh.
So it's like their brother Cletus cut off his finger.
Yeah. Classic Cletus move.
Cutting wood. And they're like, I got an idea.
No, Cletus isn't someone who cuts wood. Cletus works in the kitchen. I actually literally worked with someone who worked in the kitchen. His name was Cletus.
He also cuts wood. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, this woman actually ended up having the finger in her mouth. She took a bite and was chewing on it. And she's like, what's this? And pulled out a finger.
Someone's finger?
A human finger, yeah.
Come on.
Are there any animals that have fingers? I guess apes and stuff that have fingers.
What else has a finger? A raccoon? No, they're too little.
Not really. So that's why I was a little bit confused by your question. But yeah, no, it was not
that was a valid question.
It wasn't a chimpanzee finger. Okay?
Who else has fingers? What other animal has a finger?
They don't. They got paws, they got claws. They got paws and claws. They don't have fingers. It's just us.
All right.
And
monkeys.
The monkey community. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to ask at 780-784-7107 if you've ever found anything strange in your food.
Oh, I bet there's been several things in my food I just never noticed because I eat so fast. It's gone. I blink and my food is gone.
You think there's a chance you ate something along the way?
Oh, for sure.
That wasn't supposed to be in your food, like a staple or...
Yeah, hair, fingernails, spiders, grasshoppers.
You don't care.
Yeah, and I eat in the dark, too.
But you make a big deal if I put mushrooms in dinner.
I can tell when there's a mushroom in my food because they taste like earlobes. And we all know if you were to chew on an earlobe, it would be the worst consistency.
The texture
The
you don't
texture
like.
is sick.
Okay, but the fact that you're just like, yeah, I'd eat a grasshopper without caring.
I don't really chew my food.
Like, it's just ridiculous for as picky of an eater as you are, how nonchalant you are about this.
Yeah, you can't think about it, Ryder.
You just go for it.
It is what it is. You move on with your life. Remember that story where somebody bought a bag salad and there was a frog in it, but it was still alive?
Yeah.
In the bag.
In the bag, yeah.
That poor frog was suffocating.
Oh, we're having the best time ever.
No,
just
it'd be hot.
snacks.
There's no air, though.
Snacks. Yeah, there's holes in those bag salads,
No,
I think.
there isn't.
They're not
God,
airtight.
when's the last time you ate a salad?
I don't think they're airtight.
There's holes in it. You're thinking about romaine lettuce. That has holes in it.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily wrong. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, yelling at me.
Oh, I'm more so talking about, the one with the little cranberries in it. It's got cranberries and kale.
Was the frog inside the cranberry bag
I
that's
think
sealed?
so. I think so.
Fine. I had the weirdest thing I've found on my food. I was at like probably 8 or 9 at a hockey tournament. We were at a Bonanza, but I got vanilla ice cream and then I went to put chocolate sauce on it.
What was it?
Well, it turned out to be like bullseye barbecue sauce, but I was too embarrassed for my hockey team to know I made the mistake, so I just
You
ate
ate it?
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of eating ribs with coleslaw. You know?
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, like it had...
You're a little Gordon Ramsay.
I'm the one that discovered that sweet and salty go together that day.
You invented
I invented
sweet and salty.
yeah.
Back in what year was that, 72?
90.
Shannon says, I found a caterpillar in my bag of sweet. Hold on. I have to open the text to read the rest of it. My sweet kale salad. It's always in the sweet kale salad. Got the cranberries.
A full caterpillar?
Full caterpillar. Almost ate it, she said. And then she's like, oh, I probably shouldn't eat this. I don't know where it's been.
Think of how wild that would have been if it had transformed already.
Don't get me started about...
Can you imagine opening the bag and a
Caterpillars?
butterfly or just...
The fact that caterpillars just take a little nap, then wake up as this beautiful
Yeah.
creature that can now all of a sudden fly.
Right.
I want to get into the mind of a caterpillar.
Mm-hmm. Do they know what's coming?
Exactly. Do they know when all of a sudden they're flying around and people are like, well, you look beautiful today. Like something's changed. You've had a glow up. Do they know? How do they just know how to fly?
Yeah, it's wild. It's
Because
wild.
before they were crawling, like taking their time. Like
Probably
you've seen
like
caterpillars.
oh, this is going to take forever,
This is
man.
the longest commute of my life. Then all of a sudden they're just flying across the city, no problem.
Yeah, it's like mom and dad
How?
have been at that Bonanza for 2 hours. Here I go trying to catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And are they ever able to see how pretty their wings are? No, because their eyes can't see them.
Reflection? I don't know.
Well, what are they? They're looking in a mirror.
The fact that we were talking about the weird things you found in your food and then we shut that down to talk about just monkeys having fingers
Yeah.
and caterpillars' lives.
Yeah, our boss is going to hate this.
Yeah,
He's going to be like, can you guys keep on track for once in your life? So if everyone can just be on our side, our boss is in town today. We're having
Yeah.
a meeting. Can you be like, I loved your talk about
Things you found in food.
caterpillars or something?
Yeah, he's going to like...
butterflies.
He's going to slip us some Ritalin.
He's actually going to be like, please
Get it together.
don't ever come back.
We got Shannon who checked in and said she found a caterpillar in her bagged salad. And now we got her on the phone. Anything other than that caterpillar?
Oh no, like I found spiders and like strawberries and stuff like that. Like there's been some weird insects. But
Yeah,
they're
they
from,
always say
different
to
parts
like
of the
look
world.
inside your raspberries because there could be bugs,
Yeah.
right?
But like they're protein. So I'm like, should I just eat it? You know? But
Yeah,
it's a
especially
lot.
with the price of groceries.
Yeah, the price of
I
chicken
know.
right now, it's like, you might as well just eat those caterpillars, Shannon.
Exactly. No, exactly. And I'm cool with that because I'm keto now, right? So
You're keto?
Yeah, she's on keto.
When you're on keto, you're comfortable eating caterpillars?
I mean, yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
you got to eat that protein, Ryder.
You got to hit those macros.
Totally, and I always do, and I lost 140 pounds, so it works for me.
all right.
Caterpillar diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, spread the
Yeah.
word.
Get me on it.
Salad and caterpillars, and don't eat ice cream with barbecue sauce that's full of sugar, Ryder.
You got your own little fan club over there.
That's true. What was that tweet we got this morning? Lisa is as beautiful as the day is long. And I read it to Ryder, and I've never seen someone's eyes roll back into their head further.
Also, the days in Edmonton right now are about 4 hours. That's not very long.
Ryder!
It's Slinky, it's Slinky.
And what you gonna do when the Hulkster and his Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Ah, yeah, I kill me.
Ryder and Lisa's Nostalgia Off.
Brought to you by Sweet Convenience.
Only on Play 107.
You got that right. All you got to do is vote. Whose list hits you in the feels harder? Ryder, do you want to kick things off?
Yeah. Yelling your classmates' name obnoxiously anytime you saw them outside of school. Craig? Craig?
Picking up those little helicopter seeds from the trees and tossing them on your walk home from school. What were those called? I'm calling them seeds, but that seems wrong. Leaves?
I feel like they had like nut in the name or something.
I don't know. They were helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taking apart and then reassembling a pen in class and feeling like an engineer.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Ryder.
Heck yeah.
Having to go to your room because you didn't want to eat the peas that were on your plate at dinner time.
Walking by the popular kids bench in junior high, knowing one of those tools who now skips child support payments and wears sweatpants to restaurants would try to trip you.
They'd always hang out in the boot room. Playing punch buggy with your siblings or cousins in the back of the car on long road trips. And like that one sibling would actually punch so hard. Like, come on.
Okay, and my last one is floating in the pool, pretending you're dead to see if anybody cares.
Ryder, these are grim. My last one is being so upset when your favorite CD started skipping and there was no going back. Like, you'd breathe on it, you'd rub it against your t-shirt, you'd try your hardest, and nothing recovered your favorite CD. Okay, let's spitfire, and then you get your vote on the text line. Everybody that votes is qualified to win a gift card to Sweet Convenience.
Yelling your classmate's name anytime you saw them outside of school, taking apart and then reassembling a pen in class and feeling like an engineer. Walking by the popular kids bench, knowing one of those losers was going to try to trip you. And floating in the pool, pretending you're dead to see if anybody notices or cares.
Picking up those little helicopter leaves from the trees and tossing them on your walk home from school. Being sent to your room for not eating the vegetables on your plate at dinner. Playing punch buggy in the backseat of the car on long road trips. And when your favorite CD started skipping.
Everybody who votes is qualified to win a gift card to Sweet Convenience, 780-784-7107.
Good luck.
Yeah, we'll announce the winner between you and I and the winner of the gift card next. Lisa, do us a solid. If you're digging what we're doing around here, tell a friend about it. It would mean the world
Wouldn't
to
that be
us.
nice? Get your friends in on all of our inside jokes.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun. You know, I'm always pushing my friends to listen to the same podcasts I listen to because I want to talk about it with people.
Right.
And like laugh about it. It's the best.
Did you hear about this sugar shortage? Yeah, I've been practicing saying that so I didn't
is tough.
screw it up.
Say it 5 times fast.
Sugar shortage, sugar shortage, sugar shortage, sugar shortage, sugar shortage. No
Yeah,
problem.
no problem.
Welcome to my world, baby.
Okay, so yeah, there is a sugar shortage.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where I know people that are heavy bakers that are going to several locations. They cannot find it.
That's rude
Ryder,
to call them that.
heavy bakers. Grow up.
I don't know if their weight has to be a part of the story.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
They bake often.
Oh, that makes more sense.
But I was talking about this last night.
Never taste your own drugs, right? Like when you're a dealer. Same with baking.
Okay, I'm so sorry about my friend. He's on heavy neocitrin this morning. If you're wondering why there's been so many errors on our show, Ryder takes an Advil and he's high for 3 weeks. So, like, put some neocitrin in this guy.
That's because I never sample my own product.
He's wingy. He's wingy. But no, I was talking about this last night. It was my niece's 9th birthday. Love you, Jada. And there were a group of moms talking about the sugar shortage.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them made a very valid point. And you know how much I love a good conspiracy theory.
Oh, here we go.
I am on board with this.
Okay, what is it?
They do have sugar. They're lying to us. They're going to stock it right before Christmas and jack the price up because they know we're desperate. We want our brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes your cookies chewy. We all know it. So they have it. They're just not giving it to us. That's a good one, right?
It's
That's
actually-
a good conspiracy theory. I live for it.
out of all your conspiracy theories,
Thank you.
this is top 10%. So, yeah. It's tricky because that's why I go to see my family is
Ryder, you can't say things like that. You can't say you travel to Victoria to see your parents for pie. Like
Yeah.
that is unhinged.
No, I go for the squares mainly, and I tolerate my family for the squares. So
What do? You just sit in the corner and down a plate of brownies? Like what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm a
Okay.
heavy baker.
Ryder.
And
You can make your own brown sugar with sugar and molasses, but here's the thing is there's a white sugar shortage too.
yeah, ain't no good. So I don't know, do
What are
you
we
just
doing?
go through the holidays without squares? Should I load up on Lindors or something? Just pack my bags with be the backup plan for everybody when there's no sweets and everybody starts arguing?
You should be influenced by your brother. Didn't he keep Kit Kats in his sleeve on the bench when he played hockey growing up?
In his hockey gloves.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. He was being aware.
That's a good point.
There could be a shortage of Kit Kats one day. I better shove them up my sleeve.
Yeah, if he hears there's no squares,
Yeah.
he'll have a Kit Kat in his glove.
Exactly. Just go buddy up to your brother at Christmas dinner and be like, hey, can you break me off a piece? Or
We're counting down the top 7 things we would drink in our childhood rather than water.
yeah, never had water bottles growing up. Never.
And you see kids now, and at school, they have a water bottle. When they get home, they fill it, they drink it.
Yeah, apparently they're not mandatory at school. A teacher wrote me that, but there was a stretch there where it's you have to have a water bottle on you at all times. I remember in school, you weren't allowed to have a water bottle in class. It was
Yeah,
a distraction.
They'd let you go up and just suck on the fountain for a couple seconds.
For 3 seconds, but there'd be a lineup behind you, so you'd feel pressured to move on, and it was never enough water.
You'd end up with that kid in front of you that has that extra long socks off the front and the snotty nose that would just literally suckle on the fountain.
Put their entire mouth around the faucet.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, oh, I guess I'm next.
Yeah, good
The
times.
good old days.
Coming in at number 7, slamming back a brisk iced tea from the vending machine in the lobby to refuel after hitting the water slides hard for 3 hours at your local pool.
And just is there anything you could get in you as fast as a brisk?
No.
Just the burn felt so
No, there
right.
was no burn, Ryder. That's the thing.
Brisk has a little burn.
No, there's no
Nestea
burn.
doesn't have a burn.
Oh,
but
you're right.
Brisk does have a little bit of a burn.
Okay, so maybe I was more of an ST girl.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 6, crushing a can of Barks root beer between gym class as you rush to science class smelling like BO because you chose the root beer over changing your t-shirt.
Because he didn't want to end up sucking on the same fountain as long socks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Number 5, waking up in the middle of the night to chug out of a 2-liter of Coca-Cola.
And then asking your mom why you have man boobs.
Ryder.
Yeah. She's like, maybe it's because you've been sucking on those sodas.
But the burn is so good. When you're slamming back a
Yeah.
fresh Coke.
It's easy to get in that habit.
Oh.
That was my first addiction, yeah.
Well, yeah, my current one actually, because I get up at 2 a.m. every night to let the dogs out. I know it's a horrible habit, but then I eat a cookie. I'm turning into my father. He did the same thing growing up, and I'm sure he
all
still
you'd
does
have to do is skip 2 nights with the dogs and
Yeah, I know.
they wouldn't have to go anymore.
But I love them. Number 4, Minute Maid fruit punch, the frozen can. You'd mix it in that massive juice jug. That was kind of a foggy beige.
Yeah, all right.
But it had the colored push top that you'd pour out of. You'd stir it with a big wooden spoon.
I never really understood that button on top all that much.
No. Number 3, counting down the top 7 things we drank as kids growing up besides water. Green or blue Kool-Aid after school while you were watching Arthur, then straight to Who's the Father episodes of Maury before your dad pulled into the driveway and you'd have to turn it off quickly before he saw it.
Maury shaped us all.
Number 2, this is actually submitted by Justin on the text line, and it's fantastic. I never played sports growing up, but I bet this will resonate with a lot of you. At organized sports,
Yeah.
we always had the big igloo coolers of McDonald's orange drink.
Yeah, you'd be on your 4th or 5th game of the day.
Tournaments.
It's the only thing that would keep you going.
And at number 1, got milk, going straight to the fridge to chug back that milk straight from the jug. If you were fancy, sometimes your parents would hook you up with some Nesquik chocolate powder to mix into it. It'd be a little chunky. You weren't the best at mixing it
Or
yourself.
the chocolate syrup where the bottle was always dirty.
Yes. Anyway, that's what shaped us. And that's why we all have cluster headaches now. Congrats.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.